It do be looking tasty. Who is that? Who on earth is that? I've done such a good job. Saved myself 30 quid there.
Who's a good boy? I'm sorry I had to cut all your hair, but you get so naughty. You're a naughty boy.
Got the Gordon Ramsay book out. Let's see how this treats us. Taramasalata with homemade pita. I've got my bowl ready. I'm going to do some pizza dough as well. Well, I figure while I'm doing dough, I might as well do some pizza as well. I actually had to borrow that from my neighbour, but luckily she lives just over there. So she went and dropped it out the window for me. Luckily I caught it. I had something super weird happen to me earlier as well. There's a Polish shop just around the corner, because I live like right off the high street in a city. And it's a really good shop, I love it. But this is pate from the Polish shop, 99p. So I was stood here earlier, washing my pots and stuff, with the window open because it was quite warm. And 3 youths come along. One of them comes to the window and gives me this and says he nicked it from the local Polish shop. Because I come from quite a rough area on a council estate, I understand how it works. You don't want to be on the rough side with them. You don't want to be on the bad side of the thieving local heroin junkies. You want to keep them on side. So I shook his hand and said, thank you, I love pate. Free pate. If you're watching from the local Polish shop around there, I'm so sorry. I'm going to eat it by the time. I'm genuinely going to eat it. We're making homemade pitas and taramasalata. Taramasalata is fantastic. It's like, imagine hummus, but it tastes like fish. So everywhere I've seen this, you can buy it in the UK, you can buy it in Marks and Spencer and Tesco's. It's pink. No idea why. Gordo mentions it in his book. Good old Gordo. Gordon says that commercially produced taramasalata is tainted pink with food colouring. Doesn't explain why. I don't know why they do it, but they make it pink. Like, what other foods do they put food colouring? Can't think of any. So this looks more like hummus. And it is, it's a staple meze dish, which is like, you know, tapas, but for Greeks. Don't tell my missus I said that. It's not like tapas. It's its own individual thing. It's very Greek and very healthy and very good. So I'm going to try and make it because I really love it. Taramasalata. Took me ages. Took me ages when I first met my missus to get the name right. I kept having to say, what's that really nice pink thing that I like? Taramasalata. Yeah. Ask for it for me. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'm so nervous. This is like a next level of cooking this, you know, yeast and sort of like biology going into it. Good God, like we're going to have to mix the dough, we're going to have to make a well. I don't even know if I've got enough room in this tiny little kitchen of mine. And then stick it in a bowl and see what happens. Shall I tell you it in Greek as well? Yassa gore che coricchia. Hello boys and girls. Εγώ θα κάνω taramasalata σήμερα. Adde. Λοιπόν. I thought it was going to look quite cool sat there, like quite a nice backdrop with the flowers and everything, but I've just got my arse wet instead. Fucking awful. These haven't been used in a long time. Oh! I've got a battery in at least. Good God, that's a lot of flour. 1 tablespoon of salt. These bad boys, dry action, fast action, dried yeast for a perfect rise. Do you know how hard it was to find these? I went to Lidl, nothing. I went to the Polish shop, nothing. I went to the local Tesco's, nothing. I had to drive all the way to the big Tesco
And wait in the queue, wait in the Corona queue, and do 2 metres distancing.
Somebody's looking at me through the window. I look like a right fucking weirdo. For my own kitchen. Do what I want in my own kitchen. Anyway, I had to go to the big Tesco's and stand in the Corona queue.
2 metres.
Nobody does it anyway. But I finally found some. It was like the last packet. And I was bemoaning. I have these quite good philosophical conversations with my friend, and we talk. He rings me and we end up talking for like an hour about absolute shite. But it's really enjoyable. And this is one of the things we've talked about, that human beings are naturally hypocritical and we just have to accept it. So I was getting so angry. I'd visited 3 shops and I couldn't find yeast anywhere. And I was getting so annoyed. Oh, everybody's just so inconsiderate, probably buying all the yeast that they don't even need. They're buying like 3-4 packs, you know, to use it. I knew that I needed 2 sachets for the pizzas and 2 sachets for the pizza. There's 8 in a pack. So what did I do? I bought 2 packs because I'm a human and I'm hypocritical. And I thought, oh, what if I can't get any more for a while? So, you know, bemoaned everybody else doing it and did it myself. Never mind. I have no idea why. A smarter man might tell me, but yeast only comes in 7-gram sachets. So you need 2. 14 grams. 14 gram of yeast. This is going to make more pitas than I'm going to eat. I'm sure of it. Still haven't learned portion control though. Mix the flour, salt and yeast. Make a well in the centre. Do we need CQA supervision? Do we need EA approval? That's work jokes. Only people that I work with will get it. I'd just like to say, Gordo, if you're ever watching this, your recipe book says 300 millilitres of tepid water. First of all, that is not a nice word that I'd like to use in a cooking book. Tepid. Oh, I'll just get some stagnant, tepid water. You know, maybe something that looks like it'd have a bit of Legionella growing in it. You get some tepid water. Ugh, why don't you just say moderately warm? Somewhat warm water. Not hot, not cold. You know, moderately heated water. Tepid. Good God, man. I feel sick. 1 tablespoon extra virgin olive oil. It is Greek cooking after all. You knew we weren't going to get away with it. Extra virgin olive oil. 1 tablespoon. Keep it open because apparently we need it for something else. Then what do we need? Pour in the extra virgin olive oil and most of the water. Most. This is not very accurate, is it? Most. What is that? Most? There's some left. Yeah, just have some tepid water, most of it. Stir to bring the mixture together in a bowl. I've got to say, Gordo, this looks like a lot of flour compared to a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of water. Oh my God, the smell is incredible. It's taken me back to my childhood of the 3 times that I baked. I was a boy. What do you want from me? I was a boy in a council estate in Grimsby. What do you want? Sorry, I wasn't Aunt Bessie. Soft, but not sticky. Bit maur. I suppose we're going to have to get our hands in, aren't we? Oh, look at that. Oh, yes. Oh, my God, it smells lovely. I really can't express how lovely this smells. Maybe I'm just weird and I like the smell of yeast. Oh, there's nothing like the smell of tepid water and yeast. Good Lord. Oh, Gordo says 300 millilitres. He's going to get 300 millilitres. How am I going to pick up the jar with me bloody tepid hands? Me sticko hands. Ah! Oh, this is going to take forever to edit since I can't really turn the camera off in between because my fingers are so sticky. Soft, but not sticky. Gordo, it's very sticky, mate. Oh my God, get off the scales. The scales have got that non-slip. Back off. Fuck off, get over there. Oh my God, the scales have got non-slip on. What is going on? That's too sticky. This is going to make enough pitas for a fucking village in Greece. I've just absolutely honkered a bit of dough over onto poor Gordo's book. He'd be so proud. I'll send him the video on Twitter. Say, Gordo, I'm real sorry, mate. I made a stupid video where I kept referring to you as Gordo and then flung some bloody... Actually, I can tell him I threw some soft but not sticky dough. That's cool. Right, get a bit of flour on there and get kneading. Plump. And now we've got 10 minutes of kneading. I've seen them do this in videos. You want to get your hands around and bloop, bloop, whoop, bloop, bloop. What you want to do is you want to text her. Oh, I can't live without you, babe. That's real needy. Kneading? No. Terrible joke. Let's move on. Not all jokes are going to be great. I think I read somewhere that kneading is all about getting the oxygen into the yeast. Getting the oxygen into the pores. Oh, these aren't a good words. I should write a cookbook with Gordo. Yeah, get the tepid water in the pores. Because everybody was bloody baking. I don't know how long I've been kneading for. Knead your dough. I want you, I need you, I need you. Don't be shy, don't be shy. I want you, I need you, I need you. Dry action yeast ain't bad. Bloop. We are now going to lightly oil. Gordo's definition and my Greek wife-to-be's definition of lightly oiled is probably a bit different. You want your oil to be tepid. Get some tepid oil. Stick the dough. Plump. Cover with cling film. 2 hours. Not a lot of people know this. People don't do it. So with your cling film, and what I see people doing is taking it out and stretching it over. No. Keep it in there. Goodness sake, people. On either side of the box, look, you've got these 2 little tabs. Plonk. Plonk. That goes over there, look. And then you cut it off with the bottom. Next time it's there. That's how Di does it. 2 hours. Two and a half slices of thick bread, just like feeding the ducks, although you shouldn't feed bread to ducks because it doesn't contain anything that's really useful for their nutrition, and it just fills them up so they don't actually go and eat things that actually has nutrients for them. So, When you hear people saying about telling people off for feeding bread to the ducks, that's why. A lot of parks nowadays have signs saying like, don't feed ducks, don't be stupid. We thought you knew this by now. Funnily enough, this should be without the crust, apparently. Well, let's begin again. 2.5 slices. Crusts removed. This is, of course, the only time it is acceptable to remove the crust off bread. If you are, in fact, an adult, and you still make sandwiches and cut the crust off your bread, what I would recommend doing is growing up, getting a life, and stop being a child. That would be my recommendation. It's a crust of, if you can't handle a crust of bread, how are you going to handle life? Tedious and boring. This must be what life as a pigeon is like. Thank God that's over. Now you want to mix 100 millilitres of whole milk. I'm using breast milk. Just kidding. Or am I? You'll never know. I'm not. I am. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Set your soggy milk aside. Now the recipe tells me to cut away any hard bits of skin from the cod roe. Well, I've never seen cod roe before, so this is going to be an interesting one. Oh, good lord, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's got a smell to it. Jesus. And I'm from the town that was the biggest fucking fishing port in the world at some point. That is a smell. Even the dog's curious. What a smell is that? He's very curious. I think he'd like it. He likes everything, this dog. What even come out? Is that what that's for? I don't know. What is that for? Right, we'll learn together. What's that for? Not a clue, but it worked. The dog is going mad. Oh, that's delicious. I'm going to give it to the dog. This is Baffo. His name's Baffo because it means moustache in Italian. Because when he's, you know, in his usual state, he's got a massive moustache. But he doesn't have a moustache anymore because I shaved him because it's getting really warm. Oh, look at that. I hope that's okay to give to dogs. It's fish, innit? It'll be fine.
What's that, Buffalo? What's that? Did you like it?
Oh my god. This dog will eat anything. The one thing that this dog eats peppers, broccoli, sprouts, absolutely everything, vegetables. The one thing he's actually ever refused to eat, and he was only young, he was like 6 months old, and I was eating this horrible greasy kebab and I already felt quite bad about myself. I tried to give some to the dog to sort of mitigate how, you know, disgusting I felt eating this. You know, like when it's a really greasy, horrible doner kebab from the local, you know, shady takeaway joint. And I tried to give the dog some of this doner kebab. He wouldn't even eat it. Oh man, that was a low point. That was a real low point in my life. What we're doing next with this bloody block of cod, just crushing garlic. Crush it like your enemies. The juice of 1.5 lemons, in this case 1 lemon. I'm not opening up a whole new lemon just to use half of it and then do what? What am I supposed to do with the remaining half a lemon? What do I look like? A man who's got, you know, some sort of, you know, shut up. I don't have to explain myself.
A good grinding of pepper.
I love these unspecific, you know, measurements. A good grinding of pepper. Have a flabbergast of orange. Add a fairly sizable amount. Oh, I've got to tell you, the smell of that is not something super appealing. And then we take our milky... I promise this is a real... I promise this is a real recipe. It's like I'm just trying to convince people, yeah, you want to take the soggy bread, you want to get mouldy bread and out-of-date milk. Take this block of cod. No, you want to blend it. You want to blend all that. This really does seem like I'm making shit up. Take your... Oh, that's disgusting. Take your soggy bread. The smell... The smell of like soggy milk-soaked bread and this cod whatever. Add in olive oil through the funnel. Not the funnel. Oh, that's a lot of olive oil. Never mind. It is Greek cooking after all. Keep blending. Bit more salt. Wow. It's actually Taramasalata. Wow. Good. Good. It is. Boom. Look at the size of that bad boy. Floured surface. Oh, it feels lovely. Kind of weird, whatever. Knead briefly on a lightly floured surface for a minute. Divide into 12 equal pieces and shape into balls. Oh my god, this feels great. Fart sounds are always funny. Has that been a minute? Punch it down. Thus. 5. I tell you what, lads, it's not size that matters. Ladies will know different. Ladies will know that size does, of course, matter. Saying that size doesn't matter is just something that some women have to do for their boyfriends to make them feel better. Sorry, ladies, if I've let the secret slip there. 15 minutes to prove further. You better prove yourself to me. Prove your worth being pitas. In the meantime, We want to stick that on, well, 180, because we've got a fan oven. Jesus Christ, that's not lightly oiled. Lightly oiled 2 oven trays, and stick them in. Oval. Well, you've seen pita bread. You've seen pita bread, haven't you? Little oval shapes, 2 to 3 mil thick. Looks like a pita bread shape, doesn't it? Want it to be a little snaky boy, and then a little pittery boy. Right, they're all done. Oh, I've just spilt hot oil everywhere. I'm a fucking moron. Oh, can hear it sizzling away. These pitas look like they're getting very fat up ways. Okay, so my pitas have got a little bit brown on top. And they look like pitas, but they're a bit fat. They're a bit chunky. I don't know what's real fat. They look like pitas. I don't know, I probably did not push them down to be 2 to 3 mil. But still, hey ho, they look quite cool. They're going to taste nice, I bet. Check it, that does look quite good though. Give us that. It do be looking tasty. So, moment of truth. Homemade pitas. They're not too bad, they're a bit too thick. Taramasalata. Homemade taramasalata and pita. That smells hot. It's delicious. It's fantastic. However, it's very tasty. Wow. Wow. That's really impressive. However, it's currently 9:25 at night on a Saturday. This is the starter because I'm making pizzas and I've still got to cook the pizzas. Oh, hello. He's interested in the taramasalata. Tastes great, but on reflection, you can buy pita breads for like 85p from Lidl. Just stick them in the microwave for 30 seconds. And a pot of taramasalata for £1. Would I go through all this trouble to cook all this again? I don't know. With a lot of effort for what it is. A starter. It's really, really tasty though. I'm very, very, very impressed I am with myself. It's so good. I can't believe it. I've really done well.